Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Shotguns are back in Gray Zone Warfare and Night Ops. They were always here, never left, but they've gotten, like promised, a much needed upgrade to their damage, greatly affecting their usability and practicality. In this video, I'll be showcasing and explaining the effectiveness of shotguns now, but first, a word from our sponsors. Just kidding, I'm not sponsored. But first, let's show you the two shotguns that you can get in game. So the two shotguns that are currently available in Gray Zone Warfare is the Mossberg 590 and the Remington M870. Both are 12 gauge, and there are currently only 4 munitions available for said shotguns. These rounds include the double-aught buck flight controlled, slugs, and then slugs flight controlled with a whole bunch of other acronyms and bullshit if you want to read it. So far I've used double-aught buck and the double-aught buck flight controlled, and then the slugs flight controlled. I skipped the normal slugs because, you know, I believe the only difference between the slugs and the slugs flight controlled are everything. The velocity and the accuracy. But I just kind of felt it. I just felt it kind of useless to use the normal slugs just because I had the more upgraded slugs. So that's my bad. Man, these shotguns messed this AI up. I've used them on the starter town AI, so they got no body armor and stuff. I could go to like Midnight Sapphire or the military base. I just don't feel like it's gonna be very good for me. It's kind of too open, too far of ranges, as you know, and I suppose if I got close and personal, I might lose, but I'll probably put some B-roll in here anyways to let you know how that went. Well, I was pleasantly surprised. I used the Sabo 12 gauge slugs and then the flight control double-aught buck, and then I used some normal slugs as well because I picked up a bunch from YBL. I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually whooping ass at the gate. It took me 10 minutes to get past that gate, but it was one-shotting some of the troops, and as you'll see in further video, it one-shotted one guy in the shoulder. I don't know if it caught the plate carrier or not, but it was one-shotting some dudes and just dropping them on like 2 shots. It was pretty good, honestly. I was using the EOTech, and as you'll see also in this video, that if you start putting magnified optics like LPVOs and stuff on the shotguns, it acts really weird. Accuracy kind of goes out the window, and it's really hard to kind of guess where those rounds are going to be landing, even just from a short like 30 meters. The only thing I think I could have done better with that is maybe get a kind of like a 1 to 4 power zoom optic, or maybe just a single dot EOTech. I was pleasantly surprised it was dropping the Fort Nerith scumbags pretty easily. Yeah, shotguns are a thumbs up for me. They got fixed and they are not bad. The downsides are probably distance, obviously, and accuracy. Double-aught buck made for not really caring about accuracy. The flight control double-aught buck was actually reaching decent distances with this Fort Nerith guys. I was pretty impressed with the distance it was getting. The slugs, the flight controlled slugs, Sabos, are basically where you're pointing it will land. I went and looked at some of the bodies when I could of who I killed. The guy in the tower took some frag from a grenade that I threw up there, and then the rest of those were hits from the shotgun. I believe they were double-aught buck. The one guy that you'll see got hit with a single slug in the shoulder, so it's pretty impressive. And I'll throw in some clips at what happened at YBL as well. Yeah, and YBL was a kind of a shit show. A lot of people had shotguns there, like AI, which was surprising. You know, you always run into like 1 or 2, but I ran into like 3 or 4 or 5 shotgun wielding crazy bad guys. And so we had a bit of a shootout with some shotguns, which was cool. Obviously everyone expected shotguns to if they were fixed and correct in the first place before the update, everyone expected those shotguns to do very well in YBL because of the close quarters nature of it. But yeah, in this update, more than sufficient. Is pretty perfect for YBL. I'm not sure how well these all do in PvP. I don't play PvP because I suck and I get shreked and dunked on and shit like that, so I don't play PvP. I know before the update there was a bullet diagram of like what bullets drop people the easiest in PvP, and shotguns were up there for doing dog shit to AI, but decently for players. So I'm sure that could only get better from here on out. And so guys, that's all I have for you. I don't know if I missed anything. I don't usually do these types of videos at all. I just don't do these kinds of videos, but I thought I might try it out. And, you know, if you got any questions or comments, leave them down below.
You wait like everybody else, pal.